I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reid.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Hints required. I don't want to do this yet. First I want to check it out.
Milton.
I want to see what's in the wallet. If I can see what's in a wallet. Can be recycled into components. Components. Alright. Bloody diary. Keys, shelter, orders. Where is the wallet? There is no wallet here. Alright, let's give him the wallet. Whatever.
Good evening, Milton.
Good.
Found your wallet.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet, with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin color that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reid.
We can trade with him. Investigation succeeded.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reid. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
I'd like to see your goods.
Let's see.
Wise choice, Dr. Reid. A reliable gun is...
There's only buys, there's sell. So you can sell ingredients. Junk can be recycled into components. What do you sell? Milton's shotgun. Bullets, shells, handle part, trigger part. Have a lot of shillings. This is not expensive at all. Aluminium shards, grease, screws, powder. We'll see if I need it. First we go and level up. That's the first thing. Some hero loot too. That's all there is to loot. Nice. Could craft some syringes while I'm here. Unknown. Gonna level up first. Defensive, tactical, aggressive. Science. Carry more bullets. Throw a spear. Perform a supernatural move to your target. Cause damage upon landing. On toggle. Drain your stamina to fade into shadows. Become invisible to most enemies. Moving in this state will drain more stamina. You will exit the shadows if you attack or dodge, or when your stamina is empty. Shadow Veil. Upgrades for Shadow Veil. You gain damage and stun bonuses if you leave the shadows. The fog sticks to you. You're now able to dodge while using Shadow Veil. You'll exit the shadows if you attack. Spring. Concentrate your blood in your feet to increase your impact upon landing and deal damage around you. If your target is already stunned, you embrace them automatically. What a fuck, come on. Don't do that shit. Sit down. Create invisible barrier, absorbing direct damage until it fades or is destroyed. It lasts 5 seconds. Still lasts 5 seconds. 5 seconds. It explodes and deals 150 damage. 250. Coagulation. Block your target's blood in their veins, making them defenseless. Increase time. You can feed without touching your prey. Fucking final. That's a lot of XP. A lot. Can get like how much? 2 spells. That's 300. Body condition. We get more health. We get more stamina. Increases damage with your bite. It's all 300. It is passive after all. Increases healing. Although I don't need it. Fuck it. Level this once. With this we can carry more serums. Okay, plus 2 syringes. Plus 3 syringes. Oh wait, it's 600 now. What about you? How much? 2000? Piece of shit. $600. 300. Increases the blood capacity. Increases blood absorption. I spent everything on passives. I think it's fine. We can always reset points. So, whatever. Do like this. Now I need to check crafting. What? Every night the consequences of your actions may improve or degrade the district health status. The more lives you take, the unhealthier a district becomes. If it drops below critical, it will plunge into chaos. It's for you to decide of a district's fate. What can we do? To analyze water-rich blood sample. It can be used to create blood serums for vampires. Regenerate 60 blood points instantly. When written on a piece of paper since complex and needs to be analyzed. Treatment for pneumonia, bronchitis, cold, sepsis, anemia, fatigue. Recycle. Get 1 treatment for fatigue. 1 for anemia. 1 for sepsis. Codeine for pneumonia. 1 for bronchitis. Cold. That's all. 1 of each. We get 60 blood points instantly. We get that syringe. Light regeneration syringe against 300 health points instantly, 150 health over the next 15 seconds. It's okay like this. How do I equip them? And where do I use them? Samples, ingredients. Can be used in a firearm mechanism. $7.19. Increases damage dealt. Adds 3 stun points when the weapon hits. I need to decide what weapon I want to use. Cut through the bone. Crush skulls and bones. Used by sailors and fishmen. Revolver, Lupara. I should upgrade this shitty weapons, eh? We got syringes, T and G. Okay. T for blood, G for health. For 5. Oh. See if we can buy something. I got shillings. Hey. See if we can buy some weapons. What's all the way upstairs? Second floor, nothing. Can enter. What's this? Dr. Swansea. Rare species of vampires. God.
Do you need something, Jonathan?
Let's see.
The matter of Lady Ashbury...
Oh, I know too much about this matter already. I'm confident in trusting the interests and reputation of both the hospital and Our Lady.
Fuck.
I have met Lady Ashbury.
She's a fascinating woman, wouldn't you agree?
Is she the true reason you recruited me? To work on her condition and addiction for blood? A part of me is thinking I've been played.
Lady Ashbury is a cherished friend of mine. I would not betray her secrets without her consent. Come to the rescue of a damsel in distress. I ask nothing more.
Damsel. More like a vampire in distress.
We'll see each other again soon, Edgar.
Reach Whitechapel. Any more objectives, by the way? Succeeded, 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 succeeded. Reach Whitechapel. What about those local investigations? There we are. Ross Strickland. Unknown. Missing ingredients. Reach the pharmacy. Milton hooks. Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. Succeeded. Alright. Gwyneth Brannigan. Tippets. Citizen Quest succeeded. Clay Cox. Retrieve the knife of Clay Cox. Healthy. Find out who is spying on Thelma. Headache. Treatment for headache. Claustrophobia succeeded. Morgue. We were at the morgue. Appointed as a medic by mistake during the war. I guess that's all here. What else do we got? It's locked. Can't go up. Nothing to loot. You.
It's locked, all right.
Really? Long leather. Mesmerize if you want to. How the fuck do I open this?
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Really? Chewing my cables. Cost a lot. District state is serious. I don't wanna go there yet. Not yet.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
Fuck you, compass.
I'm sorry you ended up on my plain and cold medical bench, sir. I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
on earth?
I'm sorry you ended up on my plain and cold medical bench, sir. I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
Into the blood, yeah, I already tested that thing of how it works, but look where the blood pool is. I can't get there. There is no fucking way I can get there.
I'm sorry you ended up on my plain and cold medical bench, sir. I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
But I'll give it a shot. Shit.
You don't mind if I search your pockets, do you, sir? You won't need any of these anyway. I'm not stealing from you, mister. I'm only redistributing your belongings to people who need them more than you. You see, no one has claimed your body, sir, so it would be such a shame to bury you with your valuables. I will not forget you, sir, and I thank you for your generous donation.
Piece of shit. Steals from the dead. He's responsible for. Holy shit, I'm gonna kill you. So fucking gonna kill you.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reid.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague. Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Please show.
Of course. It's just trinkets and...
If I kill him.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. Such a pleasure to see you again.
I won't be able to buy all of these ingredients. As far as I can tell, you need ingredients.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
$5,000. $5,000 to mesmerize them. Shit.
Do you need medical attention?
I'm feeling all right, Doctor. But perhaps it is because I, too, am used to the smell of the dead.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Are you afraid or uneasy?
Why should I?
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Relieved and dead.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reid. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
How dare you steal from the dead, Rakesh? Is that what your pawnbrokers is really about?
These people are dead, sir. What they possessed could be useful for the living. And I'm sure they would agree if they could speak.
You should show respect for the dead. What about their loved ones who may treasure these items you sell?
The bodies I watch over are the unwanted and undesired, sir. I would never deprive anyone of their family artifacts.
Tell me the truth about your appointment as a medic during the war, Rakesh.
The regiment administration appointed me by mistake. I had to learn the job on the spot, sir. Very hard, sir, but I rose to the challenge.
You can't impersonate a doctor. You can't improvise a medical education. People could die at your hands.
You're absolutely right, sir. But as a field surgeon, it was more like being a butcher.
Do you believe you have really helped these people?
My ratings were within the averages of the regiment. I saved lives, Dr. Reid. Does that not say enough about triage and war surgery?
Do you realize how many soldiers died because of that decision? You should have refused.
Yes, sir. I swear I did, sir. But no one listened. When the first wounded arrived, I had to do what I could.
It is an unbelievable story, Mr. Chidana.
It was a time beyond belief, Dr. Reid. But I'm happy not to deal with the wounded. I prefer caring for the dead now.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
How many
Reid,
doctors
yes,
are
I've
here?
been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Do you need my assistance?
Not at all. I'm sure that you are used to gaining people's trust with your impressive skills. Well, it will not be the case with me.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reid, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
I don't see any reason why I should justify my actions to you.
That's true, Dr. Reid. The only judge has to be yourself. The question is, are you judging yourself hard enough?
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
Other people may say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm because of the operation? Because that's what's going to happen if the surgery is a failure.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time, his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
This approves modern medicine methods. We're fighting with that patient. Okay.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reid. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Aren't you too old for such jealousy? It really won't do you any good, you know.
Don't be ridiculous, Dr. Reid. A simple glance is enough for me to know you have nothing for me to envy.
Thank you for your...
That's all we can do.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
I will not let you down, my boy.
How can
Good
we
evening,
fix him?
Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reid.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Goodbye, Dr. Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Doc.
He is healthy.
Goodbye for now.
Sweet girl.
Nothing I can do about him.
Reads me like a book. I never could keep anything from her.
I don't want to speak about it.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you.
Goodbye, Doctor.
You at our side, Dr. Reid. I know that Pembroke will prevail and survive this epidemic.
A giant morgue disguised as a hospital. Pembroke nowadays.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Something with her.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
But you're doing something important here. For all the patients who need your help.
We save lives, sure. Each time we send a cured patient home, it's a relief beyond words. But since the epidemic, I feel so powerless.
We're done with her.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes, Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins, but are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
I should buy that shotgun from Milton, I guess. It was your condition, by the way.
Good evening, Mr.
Evening.
You're healthy. What the fuck?
Soldier.
I'm fine.
Can be mesmerized.
How is your...
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the...
Can I ask...
It's the pain, sir.
Goodbye.
Disgust on every street corner.
Who's got condition?
Hello again, Doctor.
You don't have it?
Goodbye, mister.
Someone's poached my blanket. Oh, the cold will be my death.
What about you? Can we speak with her?
Liars and thieves, every last one of them.
Wait, that's it. Yeah, I believe it.
I wonder why the Goswicks came here in the first place.
Don't know if I wanna invest though. What about a crazy bitch here? What are you looking at? Do not cough in public.
Good evening, mister.
I need blood.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
We'll see.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
Yeah, you're a vampire.
I'll leave you, Miss.
Push you. Current tippets. The fuck were you?
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reid, any good news to share?
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Good evening, goodbye. Milton is there now.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Where is that third nurse? There are 3 nurses here. I need a third one. Dorothy, I think, or something like that. They keep moving, goddammit. Give me the shotgun.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
We're done with... No,
Do
we're
you
not.
know that Nurse Hawkins is thinking of leaving the hospital?
That's not a surprise. We've talked about it already.
Does it not bother you?
Sometimes I think she may be right. We
She's
should run
not
away
there
while we
anymore.
can.
Okay.
Question is, where can we go? Where is it safe?
Let's read.
I'd like...
Wise choice, Doctor.
This Milton's shotgun. 315. I'm close. How come I can't sell weapons? No, I'll get shillings, then I'll buy the shotgun. And you?
That was fast.
I'm afraid the trail of breadcrumbs leads beyond the hospital premises. I must leave for a time.
Is that so? Why?
Now it's time for you to be patient. It would seem that your blackmailer is part of a more complex machination whose root is in Whitechapel.
Machination? Do you suspect another immortal is involved?
I don't know.
I have no idea, but I'm certain to know more when I return from Whitechapel.
Do be careful, my good doctor. When immortals are involved, the stakes tend to escalate quickly.
I'll return with case solved or carried on my shield.
Get it on my shield. That's all there is here. There's no one else left. There is. When I better think about it, these 2 idiots here. Oswald and Newton. Clay Cox. Would you suffer from fatigue? We can cure that shit.
Hey, Doc.
Anything else? Can mesmerize him too. And get the XP. Maybe want to.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay.
Give him the medicine.
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
recovering. Full info about him. 1000 XP worth. I guess I'll take him. Oof.
I'll leave.
I need to decide what I want to do with him. What about these two idiots?
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better now?
Yes, this neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
Headache. I need treatment for headache.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a...
Well, Doctor, take a guess then if you're so interested in my case.
When I rescued you, you expressed joy at seeing the sky again. So I'm inclined to believe you were trapped or buried somehow. Maybe during a shelling.
Jeez, you're good, Doc. You're really good.
Go on, please. Tell me more about it.
Newton and I were trapped in a circular...
I got it right.
After an artillery attack. We were buried alive for several days without ever knowing if we'd be found.
Oswald, tell me about what happened when you were buried in that tunnel with Newton.
It was more than dark. It was black as pitch. Hours seemed like days, and days like months. The terror, the shameful.
Shameful thoughts. Tell me about them.
At some point,
Bloody
I don't
door.
remember which
Be right
day,
back in a second.
when I thought we'd never be rescued, that this would be our end, I thought about...
Say it, Mr. Thatcher. If you ever want to heal, you have to say it.
I thought about what I could do to survive. Just for a few more days. I thought about killing Newton. Killing and eating him. The man I fucking love.
What you endured was terrifying. It would have completely destroyed weaker men.
It did not destroy Newton.
Tell me about your true feelings for Newton.
I love him. I'm not ashamed to say it. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't imagine life without him.
Why should you be ashamed?
I'm not, I said. But Newton sees it differently.
I admire your honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society. The world needs people like you to create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been this straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me by the sewer, my only regret was I wouldn't be able to hold or kiss Newton again. I love him, that's all.
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
Why did you run? What was the reason?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital, but I can't stand being closed in.
Why were you locked? Oswald, why